Men, listen closely. This isn't just another lecture on dating, or some feel-good advice about being patient until your turn comes. No, this is the raw, unfiltered truth. Because what women don't understand or pretend not to understand is that rejection doesn't just sting men. It shapes men. It creates bitterness, resentment, and in some cases, monsters. Every time a woman laughs at you, ignores you, or plays you, she's not just rejecting a man, she's chiseling at his soul. And today, I'm exposing exactly how rejection by women can turn good men into dangerous ones. 7 brutal truths. No sugarcoating. Pay attention. 1. Rejection doesn't just hurt, it dehumanizes. When a man builds up the courage to approach a woman, it's not easy. Men risk humiliation every time they shoot their shot. And when women reject men, especially in cruel, mocking ways, it doesn't just say no. It says, you're not a man, you're not worthy, you're invisible. Think about how many times you've heard EWW, as if, you're like a brother to me, or the most painful one, you're too nice. That kind of rejection doesn't just bruise ego, it strips away identity. A man starts to feel like he's not human, not even deserving of respect. And here's the kicker. Once a man is stripped of his humanity, he stops treating others like humans too. That's how rejection breeds anger, bitterness, and yes, danger. 2. Women use rejection as social currency. Women love to act like rejection is harmless. But let's be real, rejection is a weapon. A woman can reject a man publicly, not just to say no, but to gain power in her social circle. You've seen it. She laughs at a man who asked for her number in front of her friends. Or she posts screenshots of thirsty DMs to entertain her followers. For her, rejection is performance. For him, it's humiliation. And every time that happens, a man internalizes the message. You're a joke. You're a fool. You're entertainment, not someone to respect. And men who are constantly treated like clowns, they stop playing by society's rules. They stop being nice. They start saying, if women won't respect me as a man, I'll force the world to respect me in other ways. That's where you see men shutting down emotionally, turning cold, even violent. Women think rejection is cute until it backfires. 3. Rejection isn't about him, it's about hypergamy. Here's the harsh truth. Most of the time, rejection isn't personal. It's not about the man being ugly, broke, or unworthy. It's about women's constant chase for the better option. A woman might like you, but if she thinks there's someone taller, richer, or higher status around the corner, she'll reject you on the spot. You've heard it before. You're a great guy, but I'm just not ready for a relationship. And 2 weeks later, she's dating someone else. That's not about her not being ready. That's about her holding out for better. And when men finally realize this, they see rejection for what it is, not an honest no, but a calculated decision rooted in hypergamy, the instinct to always trade up. This is why rejection cuts deep, because it's not just a no, it's a ranking. It's a woman saying, you're not good enough compared to who I think I can get. And men who live through enough of these experiences, they stop believing in love. They start seeing women as users, not partners. Dangerous mindset, yes, but who planted the seed? Rejection. 4. Rejection turns nice guys into cold-hearted men. You've heard the phrase nice guys finish last. But what nobody talks about is why. It's because rejection is the graduation ceremony for nice guys. Every nice guy starts off believing if he's sweet, caring, and respectful, women will value him. Then reality hits. She says, you're such a good friend while sleeping with a man who doesn't even text her back. She says, you're too nice, like it's a flaw. After being rejected over and over, the nice guy snaps. He realizes kindness gets him nowhere. He learns the hard way that women don't reward loyalty, they crave excitement, status, and challenge. And when he learns that, he either becomes bitter and cold, or he flips to the opposite extreme, manipulative, toxic, and dangerous. This is why you hear stories of men who were once quiet, respectful kids turning into players, cheaters, Or worse, rejection didn't just happen to them, it reshaped them. Women created those men by punishing kindness and rewarding indifference. And men need to wake up to this reality before they become casualties of it. 5. Rejection fuels the player mentality. Let's get brutally honest here. Most players weren't born players. They were made by rejection. They were once the guy who gave flowers, who wrote long texts, who truly cared. And what did they get for it? Ghosted, mocked, friend-zoned, lied to. Eventually, a man gets tired of being the nice guy punching bag. He studies what women actually respond to. He notices that women chase the men who ignore them, lie to them, and treat them like an afterthought. So he adapts. He says, if women want toxic, I'll give them toxic. And suddenly the rejected man becomes the heartbreaker, the player, the manipulator who sees women as gains, not partners. Does he respect women? No, he uses them the way he once felt used. And women call him a dog, not realizing they built him. Every cold glance, every fake smile, every cruel rejection sharpened his edges. Women don't just fear players, they created them. 6. Rejection creates rage that society ignores. Society loves to dismiss male pain. If a woman cries over rejection, people rush to comfort her. If a man breaks down after years of rejection, he's mocked as weak, bitter, or entitled. But here's the truth. Constant rejection builds rage. A silent rage that men carry every single day. Think about it. A man works hard, stays loyal, builds himself up only to be overlooked for the guy who offers nothing but height, looks, or status. A man sacrifices only to hear, I'm just not attracted to you, again and again. That rage doesn't just vanish. It festers. And when men have no healthy outlet, it explodes in coldness, in emotional shutdown, in sometimes destructive behavior. Women don't realize that every cruel rejection plants a seed of anger. And when millions of men are carrying that silent rage, society should be terrified. Because dangerous men aren't born violent. They're made by years of humiliation, loneliness, and being told they're not enough. 7. Rejection exposes the lie of unconditional love. We've all heard the fairy tale. The right woman will love you for who you are, but rejection proves otherwise. The truth is, women don't love unconditionally. They love opportunistically. They love based on status, attraction, and what you provide. And rejection is their way of reminding you of the cold reality. Love is conditional. How many times have you heard women say, I could never date a man shorter than me. I need a man who makes 6 figures. I just wasn't feeling the spark. All conditions, all tests, all reasons to reject you if you don't measure up. The dangerous man is born when he realizes love isn't about who he is, it's about what he offers. Once a man accepts this bitter truth, he either levels up to play the game, or he withdraws cold and untrusting, seeing relationships as transactions instead of connections. Rejection is the teacher of this brutal lesson. Love isn't pure, it's negotiated, and men who learn that the hard way, they never look at women the same again. Men, rejection is more than just part of dating. It's the fire that forges bitterness, anger, and danger. Women may laugh it off, but you and I know it shapes us in ways we can't ignore. That's why channels like this exist, to wake you up, to strip away the lies, and to give you the bitter truth most men never hear. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe, like, comment, and share with brothers and sons who need this truth.